Hey, what's up, friends and fam? It's Tina with The High Ground, and welcome back to our channel. Today, Henry and I are sharing our right after watching first thoughts of Perfect Days. Perfect Days follows the structured life of Hirayama, a toilet cleaner in Tokyo who cherishes music on cassette tapes, reads books, and takes photos. We follow him through unexpected encounters where he reflects on finding beauty in the world. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, we'd love to make more friends on here. Now please enjoy our raw recorded movie review of Perfect Days. So we just got out of the theater from watching Perfect Days.
Yeah.
It was a 2-hour-ish movie.
Uh-huh.
Good time.
Yeah, not too much. It didn't feel that long, but it also was a very laxed movie, I felt like.
It was very relaxed. Yes. Yeah. Relaxed. It was chill, mellow.
It was a movie that I feel like for me is gonna be one of those movies that I just put on when I'm feeling like just content.
You need a little, yeah.
You just need something,
or you need just a little like slice of life, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that. It's a slice of life, and I think it was a nice, unique aspect of what they were trying to tell you. Hirayama was the main character of this movie, and I think it was beautiful to see the world out of his eyes.
That's exactly what we were watching.
Throughout the whole movie, you kind of get little bits and pieces of what may have happened to him, of his past, but I think they even made an example of, or a point in the middle of the movie of saying, like, next time is next time, now is now.
Like his philosophy?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of probably how he views the past. Of course, you could see that there were some things that were still bothering him.
That he was just leaving in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the story is absolutely really good. It's one of the best things of this movie. The other things that I think are really great, just to list them off real quick, definitely the camera, right? Like the kind of picturesque movement and like shots that it's got. It's very like classy 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the music. I mean, even if it was tied to like a cassette player, and we got few songs in there, they were really good. They were great songs, and they felt so in the moment. So, yeah. Do you want to continue talking about like the story, because there's so much to say about it?
I think so.
Even though it's like very simple.
It is very simple. You basically follow this Hirayama through, I want to say, about a 2-week
time,
where the first few days you kind of just see his routine. You go through a week and kind of the notes that he hits on a daily basis, and there's beautiful transitions of what he sees throughout the day, that he kind of dreams about it. A lot of the shadow reflection
and just the locations. Come on, like even though they're bathrooms, the locations are really pretty.
Yeah,
there's so much greenery and such natural sounds. It's so nice. You just like being there with him.
Exactly. And I think what I would say for sure is that there's a lot of movies where I feel like you're going to a foreign land, and at least for us it's a foreign land, and we don't really get to feel like you're immersed or like that world is really lived in, because it's like maybe like an action sequence or like just quick little thing, tidbits.
Or shots of like in drone,
just really establishing shots, and then it just narrows into one thing. And this, I feel like I was able to travel through Japan and this specific area, and like even if it is a park, or if it is a
bridge,
a garden, a bridge,
a road,
just an intersection, right? All of that. It felt like it took its time to really just let those sequences, even though they weren't long, like it just kind of felt like, okay, this is nice. Like I feel like
it wanted you to be in the moment.
Exactly. And I think it succeeded in that very well.
And I really liked how, again, you said that we established his day-to-day, and then when those disruptions happen, they're so like cosmic almost, right? Because we're only following literally what he does for work. We follow him doing everything, including going to the bathroom and taking a shower and stuff. So when those disruptions come, it really is like really big, right? And you think, oh, like what else is gonna happen? Like if something dramatic and like kind of over the top, what happened? But he still stays mellow, like he still stays calm, and that makes me calm.
Yeah,
throughout those events.
I did like the niece I don't think they said her name, or at least I don't recall her name.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the niece was a nice, placement of like the audience, right? Like we're basically have been following this guy, and now we have someone who's doing the same thing.
Her name was Nico.
Oh, Nico. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Nico was so, like, also content to just follow along, kind of like us.
Mm-hmm.
She was us in the movie.
Yeah, and you could see that it pained her, and again, like, it was interesting because you could see that she left or ran away from home for a specific reason, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't really prod into it, and I feel like that was pretty much how he was with just as a human being.
Yeah, just kind of about everything.
Yeah, I think it was just, if you're okay, great. If you're not, that's okay, and he didn't really poke, he didn't ask too much. It was just the small things that he found joy in too.
Yeah. I will say, like, that Nico also kind of represented this, like, biasness against those type of professions, like a custodian. Like, I don't think now as much, right, but there was a time, right, where that was really looked down upon. And you could tell that even though she probably learned that from her family, her mom, like, she still connected with him because, like, that's her uncle. And she carries around that camera, so you kind of know that he means something to her, right? So I definitely like that character, Nico. The other moments that he connects with certain people, like towards the end with the ex-husband, is also super sweet.
Yeah.
It's super sweet. Some of the other things about
Perfect Days.
Yeah. So another thing that we mentioned we liked about Perfect Days was the camera work and, like, the picturesque, right? Yeah. And I also think that we gotta throw the lighting in there.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of reflections.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. There's a lot of reflections, yeah, which are done so well, especially towards the end when they have that long shot of him, of what would you call that? Like, we're facing him. Like, he's looking at us.
Just a close-up.
Just a close-up.
Which was, I think it was probably one of the, like, only times in the car where that happens, because a lot of the time you're seeing it from the side,
and it's a reflection shot.
And you're seeing the reflection as he's driving.
That moment
was very beautiful. Like, it was very impactful. I think it was just kind of a culmination of what he went through that whole week, and, like, there was a lot of ups and downs, and like it was just a lot that he had to process, but still remaining himself.
I will say that I think the majority of the movie was either close-ups or wide shots of pretty much anything. Wide shots of him walking up to a convenience store, wide shots of the city, wide shots of the bridges and all that.
Yeah.
Him on the bike, like, and then real close-up of him showering, and then that moment in the car, and, like, sometimes moments in the bathroom. Let me just say it's really cute. Not cute, but I thought the little tic-tac-toe thing.
Oh, it was endearing. Yeah.
It was very adorable.
Yeah, it was definitely a really good movie. I think for general audiences, there's not a lot that would go on that goes on that you could say, like, oh, this really, like, captivated me.
Yeah.
I would say that it would be kind of difficult for me to, kind of refer this movie to somebody else, recommend this movie to somebody else. So that's where I would kind of knock off some points, but, like, on a personal, like, how I feel about this movie, it just made me feel like sometimes you just gotta appreciate the day-to-day. Like, there's a lot of beauty and just and the same thing. A lot of times we wake up and we're like, just to do the same thing all over again,
right?
And this movie kind of shows you, like, it's beautiful to just go through every day. Like, I felt every time he left his house and he would breathe in fresh air,
he'd look up at the sky,
and it looked like he was just content and happy. It was a weird, like, there were some days where it was a different reaction, but for the most part, I felt like that really connected with me. Like, there's a lot of times that we tend to complain. So.
Yeah, and you just kind of breathe through the day without really being present, right? Yeah, and that's part of the story, because we end up finding out his sister is the complete opposite, and you do want to know more about him. So overall, this movie is great, especially if you're a movie fan, if you're a film fan, right? Like, If you
more like a cinephile, like
a cinephile, that's a good word.
This is more like for those a deep cut, right? Like I wouldn't be recommending this.
But you know what? This movie, I feel like snuggled its way into my heart. You know, like it's just gonna sit there and feel warm.
It's just warm, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I feel like it. Like you said, I can watch it again, and I honestly can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah.
So, what would you rate Perfect Days?
I mean, on a personal point, I would feel like it's at a nice 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything that'll blow your socks away, but it really, like you said, it's a nice place in the heart on a cold, rainy day, just throwing it on and just kind of, appreciating what you have.
I'm right there with you. Like, while watching it, I was like 10 out of 10. Like, I'm having such a great time. And I love the style of it. It's so like handheld vibes and very classy and great, like 70s 80s music, you know, hits, like it's hits. And I feel like I while watching it, I was like, everything about this I love. So I can give it a 9. That way it's not.
Yeah. I think it's a 9. For the general audiences, I would say it's maybe like a 7. Like it wouldn't. I don't think it would resonate with everyone because everyone has different tastes.
And you know, it's not really a wide release. Like only 2 theaters in our entire area were playing this movie.
Yeah. And
it was either between this one, Regal, or Tower, and we're like, let's go with comfortable, and we'll go to Regal Delta Shores. It's new for us. I've never been to this movie theater.
No, neither have I. It's a beautiful movie theater.
It's nice.
Yeah,
it's aesthetically, it's nice. Yeah. We had a good time, and it's a really beautiful day.
Yeah, beautiful day, beautiful movie, beautiful partner to watch it with. So, thank you so much for coming out this Friday to watch a movie with us.
Thanks for listening to our movie review of Perfect Days. If you like this type of video, definitely give us a thumbs up and share with your buds, because we'd like to make more friends on here. It'd be fun to talk to you some more. So drop some comments down below.
Yeah.
What movies are you watching this month? There's not much.
Or what are you planning to watch in March?
What are you planning to watch in March? What are you looking forward to? There's a lot going on. So stick around. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah. Thanks for talking movies with us.
Bye.
Bye.